Welcome to today's tutorial. Now in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you all about what classes in what CSS. Okay, so let's just go to our Visual Studio Code, and this is the code, this is the outcome. Okay, I just created two paragraph tag here and give them this write up: welcome to CSS1 and welcome to CSS2. Okay, now let me say I want to style the color, and let me say copy color, let me say red. Okay, now this is going to affect what all the p tag here. So assuming the p tag there are more than two, is going to affect all p tag. Okay, now you might be asking yourself, what if I want to affect I want this one to have a separate color and I want this one to also have a separate color. Okay, so they should be having what separate styling. You want them to be having separate styling, though the tags are what the same, but you want them to have what separate styling. So this is where classes do come in handy. Okay, and classes are just used to what to identify what an element. Okay, in a simple form, they are just used to what identify an element. And to make use of classes, you just come in the opening of the tag that you want to make use of the classes. Okay, you just come in opening of the tag that you want to effect or create the class. You just come, you give a space after the tag. Okay, you say you use the class attribute, or you type the class attribute, then you put your equal to and your opening quotes and your closing quotes. Now in between the quotes, the opening and the closing of the quote, that is where you write your class name. Okay, so for this I'm just going to be saying let me say blue. Okay, I want to use this to remember the kind of effect that I want to give. So when you are working with yours, okay, use a class name that you should be able to remember. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be saying blue, and to effect or to make use of this class here which is blue, I'm just going to copy this, and here I'm going to call it here. Okay, and to do that, after the selector which is p, the HTML element or the HTML tag which is p, okay, then you put a dot and you type the class. Okay, now for this, the class is what blue, the class name is what blue. Okay, so here I will just say blue. Okay, now you can see is now what only this class is now what's having this what effect. So here let me just change this place to what blue. Okay, because it's blue color that I want for this. Okay, so now you can see it is having what this blue color. So this blue color is only what affecting what only this first what tag. Okay, now here I'm going to do another one, and here let me say class, here let me just say red. Okay, so here remember the selector p, then a dot, then the class name which is what red. Okay, then here I'm going to say color should be what, the color should be what red. Okay, so now you can see I've now given what different colors. Okay, different color to what to the paragraph element. Okay, now for this first one is having what this blue color, then for this next one is what having what the red color. Okay, so this is just a basic way of what using what classes.